This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for June 12, 2023. And in the news this afternoon, educator wins a PNP Southeast St. Anne delegates vote. Political newcomer and educator Dr. Kenneth Russell has created a major upset in Southeast St. Anne. This after People's National Party delegates there on Sunday gave him the nod to possibly become the party's candidate in the next general elections. However, PNP General Secretary Dayton Campbell is cautioning that the results of the vote do not mean that Russell has won the right to represent the party in the next national polls, as none of the three candidates received the 50% plus one volume of yes votes, as is required by the party's rules to automatically become the candidate. Russell trounced his more fancied opponents, former West Indies cricketer and the present cricket administrator Will Hines and the PNP Women's Movement president Patricia Duncan Sutherland, after polling closed at the Front Court High School in St. Anne. Russell garnered 358 votes to snatch a victory at the delegates selection conference, while Hines received 245 votes and Duncan Sutherland in third place with 171 votes. Campbell said the party will be using a number of options to select the candidate for the seat. Essentially, how the constitution and the rules of the party are structured, it states that in order for a candidate to be successful at the selection conference, they need to poll 50% of the persons who voted, Campbell informed. Today, Sunday, 778 persons voted. So essentially, the winning candidate would have needed to get 389 votes in order to say they would have majority of the delegates who voted, which is 50% plus one, he told the reporters. With none of the three candidates receiving that voting mark on Sunday, Campbell said the party will turn to the opinion polls and the results of the delegates' conference. We'll put everything together and make an assessment as to who is the most viable person to represent the constituency, and then we will move forward with that individual, said Campbell. Interestingly, a PNP-commissioned Don Anderson poll had showed Hines as the person favored to represent the PNP in the constituency. However, comrades protested any planned move by party officials to use the poll to determine a candidate for the seat in the next general elections, which are constitutionally due by 2025. Campbell informed the delegates in early May that they would have an opportunity to select a candidate of their choice. But Campbell has also publicly reminded that PNP President Mark Golding has the option of selecting a candidate of his choice. The choice of a new PNP candidate for Southeast St. Anne, popularly labeled Seesaw, was brought about by a shocking announcement by incumbent Member of Parliament for the constituency, Lisa Hanna, that she will not be offering herself to represent the party in the seat in the next elections. The constituency has been dogged by several issues, including disunity and rifts between Hanna and the three PNP councillors there over the years. COVID still causing deaths, says a Westmoreland health official. Even though the coronavirus is no longer regarded as a global emergency, noted Dr. Marcia Graham, medical officer of health at the Westmoreland Health Services, people who are infected with the virus are still dying in Jamaica and around the world. The catastrophic COVID-19 epidemic, which has resulted in extraordinary lockdowns, destroyed businesses, and claimed almost 7 million lives worldwide, had its status as a global emergency lifted by the World Health Organization almost a month ago. June 4 was a very sad day for me when I looked and saw 3 deaths of people who have chronic diseases and also had the COVID-19, said Graham, while giving a report at the monthly meeting of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation last Thursday. We will have to do the investigation to determine if the final blow was a chronic disease or if it was the COVID-19 virus, she said. According to the Ministry of Health and Wellness figures as of May 29, Jamaica has 155,023 COVID-19 cases with a 3,550 fatality rate. Of the total number of persons infected with COVID-19 nationwide, 8,453 came from Westmoreland. Dr. Graham, in a written report for the WMC, a copy of which the news obtained, reported that at the beginning of April, the parish's weekly average positive rate from COVID-19 testing fell to 1.8%, but by the end of May it has risen to 13.3%. We have seen an increase in influenza-like illnesses and have heard several people who are reporting that they are down with the flu or coming down with it, Graham noted. She asserted that while they are no longer required to establish the COVID-19 measures like mask use, frequent hand sanitization, cough etiquette, and the social distancing are still effective ways for everyone to avoid contracting the virus. Everyone needs to take a personal responsibility to do all they can to protect themselves and others from COVID-19 and other respiratory viruses. Treat all as being infected and follow the protocols that have helped us in the past, even though they are no longer mandatory, she said. Graham noted that there were 6 known active cases, 4 of which were at the hospital. 3 of the 4 patients at the hospital are unvaccinated and have chronic illnesses. In contrast to individuals who are unvaccinated and are considered to be terribly and dangerously ill, Graham is claiming that those in hospitals who are vaccinated are only mildly ill. She also urged the older people and others with comorbidities to take the COVID-19 vaccine. Spike in mosquito-borne disease looms in eastern Jamaica. With the increase in rainfall being experienced island-wide, Dr. Tamara Bailey, Medical Officer of Health for the Eastern Region, is cautioning that a spike in mosquito-borne diseases could be on the horizon. Bailey, who was addressing the monthly sitting of the St. Mary Municipal Corporation last Thursday, said the Ministry of Health and Wellness is expected to intensify fogging in the northeastern parishes of St. Anne, St. Mary, and Portland in order to mitigate against the dengue and other mosquito-borne illnesses. According to Bailey, a rigorous sensitization program has been launched in schools across those parishes, through which students are being educated on the importance of knowing about the dangers posed by mosquitoes, especially during periods of increased rainfall. We've been in our schools sensitizing our children because we know that is where education has the greatest impact, she said. On the ground, we are in the schools reminding our children how to search and destroy, and we hope that they will take it home to their parents. And as we have said here today, we hope that every person here will take it home, do it for yourself, but also remember your community members. When we do get complaints, we try to target our operations. So we continue our surveillance to ensure that we hit where we are supposed to hit. Since the increase in rainfall in Portland, St. Mary, and St. Anne over the last 2 weeks, residents in various communities have complained about the presence of mosquitoes in their homes, nearby drains, and in bushes, which they said have continued to increase with each downpour. As a result, business operators, school administrators, and householders are being reminded to search for and to destroy mosquito breeding sites in order to prevent them from reproducing. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.